Hi guys, this is a short tutorial to set up an account at GitHub. So you just need to go to the GitHub website here. Okay, so this is from scratch. So I'll be signing up here. Okay, so I'm going to add okay, there's an error that the email is invalid or already taken. So I must have created another account with the same email. So what I'll do is I'll just use another email address. And you have to make sure that whatever email address you type here, that is correct, because you're going to get a verification on the same email. So let me just check it. Yeah, it's fine. I'll continue. And this time it's asking me to create a password. So I'll go ahead. And it says the password is strong. It's a good passkey. And the username. So I am going to use the same thing as my username. You can choose whatever you want. Would you like to receive product updates? No. Please solve this puzzle to verify that you're a human. Okay, start puzzle. Pick the spiral galaxy. So this is a very common image that they keep on asking. It could be the same for you. And yes, verify your account. So I'll just pause the video and I'll just check quickly that whether I received any verification email from GitHub or not. So there's one thing that I missed previously, because of which I didn't get any verification email, and that was that that button at the bottom which said create account. So I hadn't clicked on that. So you need to do that one only, then you will see the screen that I currently see. So they have sent a launch code to this particular email. I already have that number with me. So this is how it's going to look like. So I'm just going to select just me and continue. So these are the options. You can just choose collaborative coding and proceed from here. So what I want is the free account. I'll choose this one. So yeah, that's how your screen is going to look like once your account has been successfully created and you log in with the credentials that you choose. So I'm logged in immediately after creating the account. By default, I'm logged in, and yeah, this is the username that I had chosen, and which is displayed over here. Now this username is important because we will be asking you to share the username with us in case we want you to push any code in our repository. So you need to take a note of what your username is. So anytime anybody asks you what your GitHub username is, you click over here, and whatever is getting displayed is your username. So the next thing that you should be doing is something like this. And this is the URL that we'll be sharing with you. It could be different based on what batch you're in. So this is just an example. Take it as this is an example. So there will be a link that will be shared with you. This is going to be a link of a repository from FunctionUp. So once you paste this URL in the address bar, something like this is going to show up. So here we are taking the example for Radium. So this is how the repository is going to look like. This is how the page is going to look like. So the name of the repository is Radium. So now what I want is, I want you to click on this option fork, and then what it's going to do is it's going to fork this repository and it will create a repository in your own account. Now this repository belongs to someone else by this username, and we are able to see this repository because it is public. So this is a repository of FunctionUp, and because the repository is public, you're able to see it. And again, this is why you can fork it. So if you click on fork, I have already clicked on fork. So it shows me the repository that I have in my account. So this is not the account of FunctionUp. This is the one that I just created before you. So for example, let's say there is a person called X, and they followed the instructions that I provided in this tutorial. So this page, this repository name is going to look like x/radium. And this will happen once you clone the repository from the one that is shared by FunctionUp. So I'll repeat this once again. So what we did in this tutorial was we signed up at GitHub, and which means we created an account at GitHub. For that, we had to provide an email address and a username. The username is what you see over here. This is an important piece of information which you may be asked to share on later. So this is where you see the username. The next thing we did was there will be a link will be shared with you. This link is going to look like for us right now. It was this link. Now this is a repository of FunctionUp. This is not your own, because the username, my username is something else, right? This is my username and this is someone else's username. So because that person made this repository public, which is, and you can also see public over here, which is why I can see their repository. Now from this repository, I want to clone a repository. Now what exactly a repository is, what you mean by cloning a repository, all of that will be covered in the session. But for now, understand this, what we are doing is we are forking a repository from someone else's public repository. So this is that other repository. Once we click on fork, because I have already done that. As soon as I click on fork, it shows me my cloned repository, my forked repository. So this is my username. You can see it here again. Yeah, this is my username, and this is my repository. So this is how you fork a repository at GitHub.